Hey everybody. Um, this video here is going to be about the popular music that was big and you know ginormous, the hits of 1974. Um, Unfortunately, I'm not big on I'm not like big on the Billboard videos. I pretty much deleted almost all of those. I've had tried one time doing it, and then I've had another try at you know trying to do as much of the Billboard year-end videos and all, and I, I just don't really seem to really have a big I'm just not big on those videos. But I'm only gonna do only this year, and I'm also gonna do a 55 years Billboard year-end Billboard Fun Times with the Billboard. So it'll almost kind of be like another revisit of I guess a visit of a revisit, because I've had done this before once. It was just called Billboard Year End, and I also did Fun Times with the Billboard. That was like the summer of like 2023, and I'm just doing it because it's 50 years of not only the year of 1974, but how long ago these songs were. This is 100 songs. Um, but I'm not going to go through all the 100, of course. I'll just kind of just go as I go along with these. And, like I said, these videos aren't really like something I like doing, but just for within this year and also 1969, I may probably do some other time or whatever. This will just be 1974. And I definitely do think the music was absolutely swell. I mean, I think some of the novelty stuff, I mean, are kind of on this year end. I haven't seen this year end list since over a year. I mean, I know it wasn't that long ago, but maybe just go back and revisit this and kind of see what songs, not all of them I think I'm gonna really recognize, but out of the 10 here that I'm looking at here, some of the almost all of these I kind of know, except for I think one of them I'm pretty sure. But we'll just go along here. So yeah, 1974 was kind of almost like the mid period of the 70s. There were some great albums, of course. I mean, I just covered an album that was from 1974, Planet Waves. You guys should check that out. But I absolutely love many of the albums that came around that were released at that time. And what a time! What a great time! Like television shows were huge. Happy Days. So let's just gonna go ahead and go through this. This is kind of me just going through just for the fun of it. So we'll go through 1 to 100, and here we go. Okay, the first song is this is Barbra Streisand, and like the corners of my mind, the way we were. This was the big song, number one, but if this was the biggest song of 1974. And as you may know, Marvin Hamlish wrote that song, and also wrote, he did the Sting. He wrote some of the songs for, I think for that movie, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Marvin Hamlish was a pretty big writer during that time in the, I guess maybe the early to mid, maybe even going back to the late 60s. Number 2, Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks. This song's not for everybody, but I really love the melody of the song. Terry Jacks was with his sister Susan, and they were both in a group called the Family, or the Poppy Family, not the band Family. And they were Canadian. Well, he was Canadian, and that they had that really good song, "Which Way You Going, Billy." I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about that, or maybe I've heard it. But that's number 2, Terry Jacks' "Seasons in the Sun." Number 3 is "Love's Theme" by Love Unlimited Orchestra. Man, Barry White. What a great. He was such a dynamic arranger. He had a dynamic voice. He had such a dynamic presentation in his music abilities and stuff, but he was a great, what a great, I definitely got to say, what a great musician he was. Number 4, Come and Get Your Love. Bow, 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 bow. Come and Get Your Love. I could sing that song all day, but I love that song, Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. Man, I love it. It's a good song. Number 5, Dancing Machine by the Jackson 5. This is another fun one. Oh yeah, dancing, dancing. He's a dancing machine. Oh yeah, Jackson 5. Number 6, not a huge fan of this period of time of the Grand Funk Railroad. They started getting a little poppy here, with Todd Rundgren producing, some of those albums in the mid 70s. This was one of them. It's from the album Shining On, but this was their cover of Everybody's Doing a Brand New Dance Now. Come on, baby, and do the locomotion. I wasn't a big fan of their version, but I think at that point they were kind of slipping a little bit. Okay, number 7, The Sound of Philadelphia. This was a huge theme for the Soul Train television show, but it's mother, father, sister, and brother. They were actually, were background vocalists for some, I think in the 60s, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even for Stax Records. They kind of went on a little bit early, way before this song. Number 8. Okay, so I mentioned about novelty songs and goofball, hits or whatever. This was one of them, called The Streak by Ray Stevens. I think I've a couple times on these Billboard videos I've done, and then now they're gone, not on my channel anymore. I don't really necessarily like that guy, Ray Stevens. I guess he's a nice guy, but his songs were just so like, what? Like, how did people buy into like The Streak, and what was the other one? Guitars and like some of those other stuff, but whatever, I'll pass on that. Benny and the Jets by Elton John. I feel like this song's a little bit overplayed, but I do still enjoy the song for what it is, and definitely that bass line in the song is really good. Number 10 is One Hell of a Woman. I've never heard of it, but it's Mac Davis. Ooh, number 11. This was written by Stevie Wonder, and it's Until You Come Back to Me. That's what I'm gonna do by Aretha Franklin. This was actually one of my top, I think I made like a list of top like 50 songs or whatever, soul songs of the 70s. That was on my list, Until You Come Back to Me. I really do love that song. Okay, number 12 is Jungle Boogie by Kool and the Gang. I really do love Kool and the Gang. I felt like they went a little bit off the edge there. Like they were kind of nosediving a little bit in the 80s. But I do love, that's definitely a great, cool song, once you hear it. Okay, 13 is, I really love this song. I really need to hear a little bit more of Maria Moldauer is her name. Midnight at the Oasis, send your camels to bed. She really had a nice voice, but I kind of want to get into a little bit more of her. That was a good song. Okay. God Bless You, You Make Me Feel Brand New by the Stylistics. I've always loved the Stylistics. They were good. I remember one time listening to their debut, and that's actually a pretty good, solid debut. They had Bet You by Golly Wow, some of their earlier songs. Here's Al Wilson. Show and tell, just a game I play when I want to say I love you. That was his only hit, but he did have a song called, I think it was called, I don't remember what it was called. I think it was just called The Snake or Snakes or something. But also, speaking of snakes, most of you guys that were around then, and my dad was, he was a teenager in the mid-70s. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys remember this song, Spiders and Snakes. Yeah. like the way I want to love you. Or oh, I don't know how it goes. I'm guessing that's how it goes. It's Jim Stafford. I remember researching him a little bit. He was actually a nylon string player. He played nylon guitar. Um, but yeah, anyways, another novelty song. Number 17, David Essex. Rock on, boom, 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 boom. My brother can play that with his eyes shut on his bass. But I do. That's a real. I mean, it's a slight song, but it's a very, very uh, well crafted sounding song. Okay, John Denver. I've said this about a million times. I'm not really big into him. I never really was, but Sunshine on My Shoulders, I kind of like it. Okay, but John Denver overall. Okay, Blue Magic. I really love Blue Magic. I feel like they really need to be. They need to be more noticed. I feel like they're like kind of under the radar with some of those soul bands. Like you know, you hear about more like the Stylistics and the Spinners, yada yada. But Blue Magic, I feel like Blue Magic they don't get that. I don't know. They don't get regarded as much. But Sideshow was their biggest song. Let the sideshow begin. And I always liked that song. They also played on the Rolling Stones, one of their albums, I'm pretty sure. I think it was If You Really Want to Be My Friend. I think they did background vocals on that song. Okay, Blue Swede. This was the Hookah Chaka version, Hooked on a Feeling. I always love this. I really love this version more than B.J. Thomas's version. But yeah, that's that. Or that's that one. Okay, Billy, don't be a hero, don't be a fool with yourself. By Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods. This is kind of another stupid song. It's kind of another novelty song. 21, but 22, Band on the Run. What a huge song and album. Are you kidding me? Paul McCartney and Wings. Don't really need to go into that. Okay, 23. Hey, had you happened to see the most beautiful girl that walked on me? Charlie Rich. I really love this song. You see, he's a pretty underrated singer, Charlie Rich. He had a good string of hits there. Number 24, Time in a Bottle. Oh, I love this song. Time in a Bottle, 24. Man, what a songwriter he was, Jim Croce. He was really a fantastic songwriter. Annie's song by John Denver. I don't know if I heard that one. Let Me Be There. Olivia Newton-John, and another one I don't know. Sundown, you better take care. Oh, I find you been creeping around my back stairs. This is another great songwriter right here, Gordon Lightfoot. He died, I think, a year ago. I'm pretty sure, but I really love some of those Gordon Lightfoot songs. Mostly Early Morning Rain. That was one of his earlier hits, one of his earlier compositions. 28. I've heard a lot of crap about this song. I know some of you know this song. You're Having My Baby by Paul Anka. That was one guy that did not age even in the 70s, even now. But in the 70s, he did not, with his music and stuff, he did not go very far. Compared to Neil Sedaka. I mean, Neil Sedaka, when he came back, he knew he wanted people's attention, that he knew that, giving everybody the intention that he was back, he was making hits again. Paul Anka, just, I don't know. What was that other song? It's like, The Time of Your Life or something. Just another garbage song. Okay, 29, but I love this one at number 29. Now that we're done with You're Having My Baby, is Rock Me Gently by Andy Kim. I love old Andy Kim. Of course, he was Canadian and wrote Sugar Sugar. Oh yeah, number 30, Boogie Down by Eddie Kendricks. That song's a bit, I kind of like it. It's good. 31, oh, yeah, another novelty cover here. Ringo Starr. I felt like Ringo Starr always got crapped on a little bit. You know, he just, that's the thing. Like in the Beatles, they didn't give him, like, he would do them well, but they just weren't like, you know, I mean, like that song that they would give him. Like they would mostly just be like, you know, just not good written songs. But yeah, I think Ringo kind of jumped the shark there. Okay. Anyways, 32. If you love me, let me know. I never heard of it. Olivia Newton-John, another song from hers. Oh, I love number 33. Dark Lady, and lit the candles one by one, by Cher. Oh, I love that song. It's a cool song. Okay, Gladys Knight and the Pips, 34. The best thing that ever happened to me. I think almost every one of their songs were solid. They were really good. 35. Feel Like Making Love by Roberta Flack. I've seen that album cover. It's a nice album cover, and the song's really good. It's a really beautiful song. Just Don't Want to Be Lonely by The Main Ingredient. I think I've heard that song somewhere. Passings, I've heard that. 37. Nothing means nothing. No, or is that how it goes? You gotta have something if you want to be with me. Billy Preston. I'm kind of like on the fence of that song a little bit. It's a little bit goofy, and at the same time, it's actually kind of fun. 38 is Rock Your Baby. This was kind of like that hint of what the music, like how much the music will be developed a little bit later on, like the disco era, you know. 39, Top of the World by the Carpenters. Oh, yeah, I like that one. The Joker by Steve Miller. Number 40, I hate that song. I've Got to Use My Imagination. Another good one from Gladys Knight and the Pips. Love that song. The Show Must Go On. That was Leo Sayer, I believe, who wrote that. But I'm not big on that. Three Dog Night. Rock the Boat, 43. Another rock in the title. Hughes Corporation, of course. 44. Smoking in the Boys' Room by Brownsville Station. Now there's a horrible cover. I'm pretty sure most of you heard it. Motley Crue. What was up with like great songs in the 70s and they got covered by hair bands or whatever, like other, you know, like Cyndi Lauper or Joan Jett or whatever, and they cover these great classic songs and they turn them into mush, you know? It's just, I don't know. They never give it justice. Oh, 45, I love this song from Inner Visions. This is Living for the City. Living just enough for the city. Then Came You by Dionne Warwick and the Spinners. What a great pairing of those two. 46. 47, The Night Chicago Died by Paper Lace. It's another funny song, a little novelty too. The Entertainer, here we go, Marvin Hamlish. That was sort of his big extravaganza in that. And of course, the number one, The Way We Were. Okay, 49. This just celebrated its 50 years of being on the charts here in America. Waterloo by ABBA. I really love ABBA. They're fun. Some of their albums are actually they're actually pretty good. I think I've listened to Arrival, you know, those albums from theirs. I think ABBA, the self-titled album. I think it's just called ABBA, the album or whatever. Okay, number 50, The Air That I Breathe. What a great song by the Hollies. I love that song. Ricky, Don't Lose That Number, Steely Dan. Absolutely great song from Pretzel Logic, and Pretzel Logic is one of my favorite from theirs. Oh yeah, like any major dude will tell you. You know. Oh god, 52, this is another crap song. Mockingbird by Carly Simon and James Taylor. Yeah, I've heard a lot of crap about that song. Help Me by Joni Mitchell. What a weird way, just the way like the song was constructed, but it is a fantastic song. Can't sleep on that song. Sparks, or Court and Spark, is just one of her incredible albums. Okay, 54, You Won't See Me? By Anne Murray. I didn't know she covered that song. Maybe I'm going to have to listen to it. But Anne Murray's okay. I'm not big into her. Okay, Never, Never Gonna Give You Up by Barry White, and a great singer. I'm never gonna ever stop. Okay, here's another Stevie Wonder written song. Ooh, Tell Me Something Good. Rufus and Shaka Khan. Oh man, what a good one. You and Me Against the World by Helen Reddy. Many of times I've heard this, but nah, I don't really care about it too much. Okay, 58. If you believe in heaven, might as well's a one night stand by the Righteous Brothers. Man, they were another great duo that just had that, Bill Medley with that voice, with his harmonics. And I actually really love that song. It was written by Alan O'Day, which I think he later on had a huge hit. I think it was called Undercover Angel. But there you have it, number 58. 59 is Hollywood Swingin' by Kool and the Gang. That was always a cool song from theirs. 60 is Be Thankful for What You Got. I think most people remember it. I think there was a video. I know I've seen a video on YouTube. And it's like the Mandela effect thing about everybody thinking that it's called Diamonds in the Back by Curtis Mayfield. But no, it's called Be Thankful for What You Got. I don't know who came up with that. Diamonds in the Back. But, there you go. 61. Hang On in There, Baby. Johnny Bristol. He was a producer. He was a producer for Gordy Records for a little while there. Okay, 63. Taking Care of Business by BTO. I don't really like that song. Radar Love by Golden Earring. 64. I'm getting kind of sick of that song. I mean, I like it, but it's getting kind of beaten to death. Okay, 65. Please Come to Boston by Dave Loggins. He wrote his he actually wrote a song for Three Dog Night. I believe he did. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was a hit from theirs. I think it was Pieces of April. He wrote Pieces of April for Three Dog Night. Keep on Smiling by Wet Willie. I've seen that title a bunch of times. I never heard of it. Looking for a Love by Bobby Womack. Another song I've seen the title, never heard the song. Okay, Put Your Hands Together. I don't know. On and On by Gladys Knight and the Pips. I've heard that song. It's a really good song. Oh Very Young by Cat Stevens. Nah. Leave Me Alone, Ruby Red Dress. 71, Helen Reddy. I don't know that song. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. I love that song by Elton John. Just love the harmonics in that song. Ooh, I've Been Searching So Long by Chicago. Oh yeah, I've heard it. It's really good. Oh My by Ringo Starr. No. For the Love of Money. 75, The OJs. Another OJ song. Here's 76, written by Bob Marley. I Shot the Sheriff. By one of his albums. I think it was called Ocean Boulevard. Eric Clapton. Ooh, Jet. Ooh, ooh. Of course, from that amazing album, Band on the Run. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Oh, that's such an amazing production of a track. It was from the album Caribou, and what a really great song. 79. I feel like this guy's a little bit overrated. I can never really get into this guy here. Mike Oldfield. Tubular Bells. It's a little bit repetitive, but I don't really care too much about that. Okay, 81. I've heard this, and I think it's another crappy cover from the 70s. I think Do Ron Ron by Sean Cassidy. I think there's a list of really bad cover songs of the 70s, and I think this one's on that list. I'm Leaving It Up to You by Donnie and Marie Osmond. It's that old Dale and Gray song. Yeah. Okay, Todd Rundgren, Hello, It's Me. This is my top favorite 70s song for sure. Okay, 84, Clap for the Wolfman by the Guess Who. I'm okay with that. I don't know. 85 is I'll Have to Say I Love You in a Song. I may have heard that song. Oh, The Lord's Prayer. Oh God, you know, it is what it is. Okay, trying to hold on to my woman, Lamont Dozier. That song I never heard of. Don't you worry about a thing. Stevie Wonder. Oh, I love that song. Oh God, I can never get sick of that song. Charlie Rich. That's a song I don't know by him. My Girl Bill by Jim Stafford. I didn't know he had more other hits. I don't know that one. Helen Wheels. That's a really good one from the North American Band on the Run. Okay, my mistake was to love you by Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye. I don't know. I don't know that song. Wildwood Weed. Another Jim Stafford song. I don't know. I just know Spiders and Snakes from him. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. 94, Beach Baby, Give Me a Sign. I love that song. It's such a good, poppy, inoffensive song you could ever hear. The First Class, by the way, is the band. War, Me and Baby Brother. I don't know. Rock and Roll Baby. Oh, I Honestly Love You. That's okay. Call on Me by Chicago. That's a really good song from theirs. And the top last two songs of this year, Wild Thing by Fancy. I think that's a cover. I don't know. And Mighty Love by the Spinners. So there you have it. 100 songs on 1974. 50 years. I can't believe these songs now are that old. So I really enjoy doing this. You know, I'm going to do 1969 as a tribute, as a 55-year video. And hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am. And hope you guys have a great day, okay? Take care, folks. Bye-bye.